All right, first and foremost, we give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and who is worthy to be counted for double honors. And peace and salutation to you brothers out there pushing this truth wholeheartedly and sincerely and for love of the gospel. All right, it's the brother Gabaria coming up back. It's the brother Gabaria from Indiana camp coming back at you again with another sit down to basically talk about reincarnation. All right, and just show you that it is valid through the scriptures. Okay. That the people that you see walking around in today's society were once upon this planet Earth, but in different flesh. Okay? So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump straight into the scriptures. This is Matthew chapter 16, verse 13. It says, when Yahushua came into the coast of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, whom do men say that I, the Son of Man, am? So Yahushua came into his disciples and asked, who do these people of this land say I am? Who do they think that? Because he know they heard of him, because Yahushua was kind of known in the land as, hey, you got this guy. He said he's the Son of Man. He says so that word spread around, so people, and then people heard him saying, so he asked his disciples, who are these men saying that? Who do they think I am? Who do they think? And just for that, just that alone right there brings up a question. What does that mean? Who do they think he is? Like, is he asking a question like, who you think I am? Who you talking to like that? Like he's uplifting his name? Now no, it's in the scriptures where Yahushua, everybody that gave Yahushua a compliment and saying, oh, he always referenced to his father. So it can't be he didn't say this as far as like, who do you think I am? I'm such you can't talk to me like, he wasn't saying it proudly, He wasn't saying it boastfully. He was asking a question as a sincere, who do these people think I am? Who do they think that the real understanding is who do they think I am in the past life? That's what he was asking his disciples. Who do they think that I am that's reincarnated? All right. Just to show you, by him even asking that question, they understood reincarnation back then, man. All right. Now a second verse is just a nail in a coffin. All right, because let's read what Yahushua asks. He says, who do men say that I, the Son of Man, am? 14th verse. And they said, some say thou art John the Baptist. Now, how is that possible? John the Baptist just got beheaded. John the Baptist just died probably that year or a few years ago. So it's people saying that this man is John the Baptist. When certain people seen John the Baptist eye to eye, and now they're seeing him, how is that even possible? Because they think he is John the Baptist reincarnated. All right. It says what? Some say that thou art John the Baptist. Some Elijah. See, now Elijah lived hundreds of years ago before Yahushua came. So they're thinking he's Elijah back in the flesh now. All right. And it says, and others, Jeremiah or one of the prophets. See, now you have people saying that they think he's one of the prophets. They think he's Jeremiah, Isaiah. Hey, you got to be one of them. But how can Yahushua be one of these prophets if them prophets already lived before? Answer that question. If I go in a disc replay of my phone, Walmart, and I look at it, I'm like, cousin, what's up, cousin? How you doing? Like, man, I haven't seen you for hundreds of years. He gonna look at me like, bro, I'm not related to you. He gonna be looking like I'm strange. But if we understood reincarnation, then I was like, hey man, you look familiar. He was like, yeah man, you look familiar too, man. Hey man, we probably was cousins in the reincarnation or something. We will understand that more. All right, just like these people. Yahushua asked a simple question. He said, hey, who do you think I am? And they say, oh, you got to be John. You got to be there. Because why? Because them men all basically, and you know what that also proves? It also proves that Jeremiah, Isaiah, John the Baptist, and all the prophets were on one accord, man. Because they're all saying the same exact thing. That proves it right there. That proves that Yahushua, John the Baptist, Jeremiah, all the prophets are on one accord. Really, I'm just saying all the prophets were on one accord with Yahushua, man. All right? So just their talk alone, just their preaching, their speeches alone, show people that, hey, this guy got to be one of them because he sounds just as powerful as one of the ancient prophets, man. All right, so that shows you right there that Yahushua asked a simple question that was not a hard saying back then, and the people understood it because his disciples said, oh well, some people say you're this, some people say that, so they understood that, man. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get next. I think that's showed. I'm gonna just put in worms. Oops, put in works. This is Job chapter 19, verse 25. This is Job chapter 19, verse 25. It says, "For I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth." See? So Job said what? I know that my Redeemer liveth, which is what? Yahweh, because his name means deliverer, and he's going to come back to redeem us. Ye know that he lives, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth, which means what? He's going to come back. He's going to come back as an angelic force upon the earth, man. And it tells you that in Revelation, the second chapter. I mean, the first chapter in the 7th verse, man. All right, which we also gonna get through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It says, it says, and though after my skin worms destroy this body. All right, why? No. There's 2 points I want to say. When does worms destroy a body? And 2, why did Job say this body as far as if he was referencing to other bodies that he had? All right. There's 2 key points in there. Really, it's more, but them 2 I'm gonna stay focused on. This is what? And though after my skin worms destroy this body. Now I'm gonna answer both of them. When worms destroy a body, when worms eat a body, it starts decomposing. Is when you're dead. All right. It's when you're dead. It's when you. That's when worms and parasites and diseases start feasting on your body and start feasting on your corpse, man. It's when you're dead, when your soul has left your body. All right. So it says. So that's why Job said, "The worms destroy this body," because what? Job understood that the body that he's in, the flesh that he's in, his eyes, his hair, his back, his fingers, and everything. He know that body is gonna decompose one day. All right. So that's why he said this body. And as far as this body, he's talking about the present body that he was in back then when he was known as Job. You know? So let's read that over. It says, "And though after my skin worms destroy this body, yet in my flesh shall I see God." So how is that possible if he just said his body, that body that he's in, is going to be destroyed by worms? But he says in his flesh. So it means, wait, he's going to get a whole nother flesh to see God? Absolutely, man. Absolutely. That spirit that was in Job is back now today in a whole different flesh. And that flesh is going to see the Lord power when he when he returns, man. All right. That's plain. I mean, you can't. What Christian can juggle that? What gainsay can you come from that, man? It's clear cut to the point that just shows you reincarnation is valid, man. Job literally said this body is going to be destroyed, but I'm gonna have another flesh, and that's when I'm gonna see God. You know. It says what? Now most people say, yeah, no, but he's talking about the flesh. He's gonna get in heavenly, which I don't understand how you say that, because what goes to heaven is your spirit, and the scriptures clearly says what is flesh is fleshly, and what is spirit is a spirit, man. All right, you can't mix the two. You can't be half flesh and half spirit. You know, you can't go around with a ghostly with a lower half of the spirit and the upper half of the flesh, man. That's impossible, man. Hey, King Solomon said what? He said what? He was born like every man upon this planet Earth was, man. He was compacted around flesh like every man that had came before him. Kings, everybody, man. You can't come to this planet Earth if you have not been born of the flesh, man. All right, it's impossible. You know. It says let me see. All right, verse 27. It says, "Whom I shall see for myself." All right, so he said he's gonna see for himself. Nobody's gonna go and tell him. You know. It says, "And my eyes shall behold, and not another, though my rents be consumed within me." You know, to show you that body he's gonna have is gonna be destroyed, man. It's gonna be destroyed, and he's gonna have a new flesh to walk upon the planet Earth, and that body that he was in as Job is destroyed, man. Just to show you that spirit hopped from one flesh to another flesh to another flesh to another flesh, all through what? Through a baby. You know, when that sperm hits the woman's egg, that was Job. Then boom, Job grows up, dies, goes back to the spirit world, get judged, comes back through another sperm, swims back to the sperm, hits the egg, and then boom. You know, same process. Wash, rinse, and repeat, man. This is Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. It says, "Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him." Who is that he? He's talking about Yahweh Shai. and every eye shall see him. So what? Everybody's going to behold the glory and majesty of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. It says, and they also which pierced him. Now, that brings up a question. If every eye, which eye is part of the body, which is part of flesh, shall see the Lord, and when he comes, which has not even yet happened yet, if every eye shall see that magnificent day, and it says right after that, and they also which pierced him. Well, I know Romans pierced him thousands of years ago. So you talking about me? They're walking around still with their fleshly eyes, and when the Lord comes back, they're gonna be able to see the Lord too. Where are they? Where are these men? Where are the 2,000-year-old men that saying, "Oh yeah, they would have been famous"? Won't you think? Won't you think these men would have been famous? Like, "Oh yeah, I pierced the Lord. You know, we did our thing back then, didn't we? They would have been famous for knowing that, man. Especially being 2,000 years old. You know. Let me answer this question. Stop the scoffing. But, anyways, no, man. There's no 2,000-year man walking around saying I've pierced the Lord, I'm famous, and that. No. All right. This is talking about them men, them Edomites, are reincarnated in new flesh, and they're gonna see the Lord. Even though that, just to show you, the Lord has vengeance, man. And the vengeance, when he says vengeance, he is, man. Because you think you're gonna pierce the Lord and get away with it, especially being an Edomite, the lowest of the heathen. No, man. So what's it talking about? It says what? Every eye shall see him, which is true. Everybody on this planet Earth shall see him. But to show you that everybody on this planet Earth is not new souls and just walking around, there's some souls that's been here since day one. Because it says what? Even they that pierced him. All right. So they that pierced the Lord 2,000 years ago are on this planet Earth right now, walking around, probably somewhere, general soldiers in the army, something, or somewhere, wherever they're at, man. They're walking around in new flesh, probably don't know that they pierced the Lord. So when the Lord comes back, they're going to be looking at it like, this the Lord, this is the God, you know? And then when the Lord start destroying people and start killing people, their sins is kind of come back to remembrance, man. They're like, oh my God, that was me. I did that. You know, oh my God, I didn't know I was that person back there. I'm the one that I owned a million slaves or whatever, you know? Hey, just like, what was it, brothers that's familiar with Dragon Ball Z, the cartoon series Dragon Ball Z. If you remember the movie where Cooler started to die, when Goku was killing Cooler didn't know who Goku was until Goku actually started killing him. All right, when Goku started to kill Cooler, that's when Cooler brought back the remembrance of him. When he said, "Oh, this is the boy who it says what? This is the boy who I let go. Shit.
I'm gonna rip him to pieces! Huh? It's the star of the solar system. And you'll just blow that up instead and let them all freeze to death in darkness. Wait a second. I'm heading right for it! Come back, Saiyan monkey! Why wasn't he destroyed with the rest of them? Wait, I remember now. I remember!
Belay that order. Freeze is the one in charge of this quadrant. Let him clean up his own mess. He's no threat to us.
I don't believe it. I could have killed him. I let him go.
See, man? Yeah, so basically what? Cooler didn't know about Goku until he was dying, man. That's when it brought back to his remembrance. Oh, it was me. I'm the one that did it. You know, and that's how all these people's gonna be. I'm the one that did this. I'm the one right when it's time. It's gonna be already time over, man. We've been telling you about the what's coming to pass, man. Because we called our sins to remembrance. All right, we know that we sinned in that past life, man. That's why. Matter of fact, I think it was one. It's probably Micah. I believe it's Micah. What was it? Micah or Malachi? Probably 1 of 14. So I could give me. Hold on. Micah, of course, 7 and 9. This is Micah chapter 7, verse 9. It says, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause. See, so what? Micah's saying what? I will bear the indignation of the Lord, which means, well, I shall bear the suffering and this pain of the Lord until because Mike understood what he sinned, man. It wasn't the Lord that did wrong against us. We did wrong to the Lord, man. So we're coming as a lowly, humble servant and asking the Lord for forgiveness, man. And the Lord is going to have pity on his elect, man, because they're the only ones who's truly standing up for his name. But for you people out there, you're the one who's going to be destroyed because you don't want to come back to the Lord, man. All right? So, Lord willing, I hope this video was edifying, man. I hope you brothers clearly can see reincarnation is clearly in the Bible. You know, and people that saying, oh, I wasn't me back then, you can use these scriptures to true. Well, these people said that, you know, that they wasn't, that their body's going to be destroyed, but yet they're going to still be here again. What makes you so special? You know, what makes you so special saying, oh, that wasn't me, that couldn't been me, you know, I wouldn't, you know. So, Lord, I hope this video was edifying for you brothers out there. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to you. How about Shem Yahshua, Shem Kakodash, a double honor to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well. And peace and taste to your brothers out there pushing this truth wholeheartedly and sincerely and for the love of the gospel. All right, with that, shalom.